the outburst next month. So does it seem like he's unlocked something in specific, and just how his group has come together?
Yeah, tonight was quite the exhibition offensively. Everyone contributed, and you mentioned Max, and he's been working hard to kind of unlock some things, and he's really taking good swings, taking good at-bats, and homer in consecutive games, and Hyeseong getting on base all night long, and just kind of Shohei doing what Shohei does. So all throughout the lineup, and it was really helpful that Matt Sauer can give us 4 innings and get Banda some confidence, and have Robo finish it. So going into this Angel series, we're locked and loaded.
With Dalton, just obviously you talked about how he's earned this opportunity, but to see him immediately get going, whether it was working through navigating the lineup or just the offense, to see how he was able to step into this role. What were you seeing?
He just didn't look like a player that was making his debut. And as a catcher, there's a lot to ask. And so I thought he did a really nice job with Sauer, who really wasn't tremendously sharp tonight. And I thought the sequencing was really good. And behind the plate, the receiving, and obviously in the batter's box, he looks really hitterish, and to take a walk, get a couple knocks. So just an overall really good night for Dalton.
Dave, you mentioned Kim getting on base, and I know early in the season we're talking about the lack of RBI opportunities for Ohtani. With Kim not just getting on base, but also maybe kind of being like a speed threat out there, how do you think that kind of helps out Ohtani when he's at the plate?
Well, I think that that's what we talked about early is when we have guys at the bottom of the order that's not kind of bleeding into the top of the order and giving those guys opportunities. It's just tougher to pitch to Shohei. A lot easier to pitch Shohei when he's on base. And recently, certainly with Kim and his ability to get on base, it just kind of, there's always traffic, and with the speed dynamic, it creates stress, and he can steal the base, go first to third, and it certainly kind of opens some things up for the top of the order.
Was his hand okay?
Yeah, it was, he slid, and I don't know if there was a block in the back situation, but we got an x-ray on it, and he's fine.
Your offense, the last 2 weeks plus, is averaging 8 runs a game. A lot of nights like this. What got it unlocked? What got it going?
I think it's the bottom part of the order. I think that's kind of, obviously Max has swinging the bat better the last, week to 10 days, but I think the bottom of the order, getting on base, creating some havoc has been the key.
You've seen a lot of Dalton spring trainings and so forth, but the sound of that single, that first one, how impressive was that?
He's a hitter, and I think it was a changeup down below, and to ride it out, and he's a strong kid, and sorry, I got some in my throat. He just takes good at bats, and he controls the strike zone, and there's some slugging there too.
You running out of things to say about Shohei Ohtani with all of these special moments?
Yeah, what else can you say? He struck out against a position player. How about that? But no, excuse me. Shohei's been great. Thank you.
Sorry, it's mine. But
Sorry, thank you. Yeah, Shohei, God, there's not many more superlatives you can use for Shohei. Change up down below, home run, driving in a run, almost missed a homer, another homer. He's just playing really good baseball. We saw it all last year, so he's sort of just doing what Shohei does, which is amazingly not amazing anymore, I guess.
Are you circling his bobblehead nights on the calendar now?
Yeah, we need some more. I think that 4 or 5, I guess, a year is not enough, because when he has a bobblehead night, he seems to really perform.